Hello everyone, this is actually my very first YouTube video, and so I thought, with the weather being like it is, it's kind of like the middle of winter. Well, I mean, for where I'm from it is. It's still about 30 something degrees outside. Right now it's really rainy and cold and bleak and dreary, and so while I love many things about winter, like fires and soups and holidays and so a lot of things to like about the winter time, my skin is not one of them. I find that my skin is not as vibrant and as bright. It gets kind of dull, and so it seems like it just needs a lot more help and a little bit more work every morning to get it in the condition, or you feel presentable. So I've put together just a little bit of a winter survival kit, and I hope that you guys like it. Okay, the very first product that I have is something that I really feel like is really necessary, and that's hydration. So a really good moisturizer that I really find myself, I'm a really big fan of this product, let me just say that, and it's really inexpensive. You get a lot of product for the money, and it is super effective, and it is the Pond's Dry Skin Cream. And it comes in a big tub. It is 6.5 ounces, and I think I paid less than $6 for this. But guys, like, I'm telling you, like, it is a really good product. Because you get so much, you can feel free to just really slather it on like really thick, and before you go to bed at night, and it does its job, and it's so rich, and it smells like baby lotion. So it has like it smells clean, and it's just a really good effective product, and really distributed product. Like, this brand is one that you can find in almost every drugstore, and it's worth the money. So you're not using that one, then another really good one is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. So, and this is the bigger size. It comes in a smaller tube, but I think that one's like $12. Yeah, 12 sounds right. But I mean, it's half the size, and a lot of the times, like every season, it seems like Clinique will do their free gift with purchase, and a lot of the times either the lotion or the gel is included in that gift with purchase. And so I think like the tube is really good for travel, but for at home, like, you can't really beat this. Like, this is like a holy grail product. Like, I've repurchased this so many times, and as far as department store goes, this is really inexpensive. I mean, it's $24, and you get 4.2 fluid ounces, and it is a really good product as well. Like, like a pump puts about that much, and you can just rub it in, and it just creamy, and it's a good product. It's a really good one, so definitely recommend that one as well. As far as primers, I find like primers are a lot more essential for me in the winter, because my skin it's just not as easy. Like, makeup just doesn't glide on quite as easily as it does during the summertime. And one primer that, like, I will probably never, Mercier foundation primer in the Hydrating. I do have the Mercier original foundation primer, and I really love that. Like, throughout the year, any other time when I need a primer, that is the one I go to. Like, it is a superb primer. But in the winter, when I need just a little bit more hydration, this one is the way to go. And you get 1.7 fluid ounces, and it was $30, and I bought it at Sephora. When I wash my face at night after I tone, before I moisturize, I have recently started using this product, and it is called Bio Oil. I found it at Walgreens, and I paid $9 for it, so not a lot of money, like, for sure, but since it's a product I had never really heard of, I kind of felt like I was taking a risk. But so far, I'm really liking it. I've been using it for about a month now. And this product is geared to help with scars, stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging skin, and dehydrated skin. And the two primary reasons why I bought this product, like the things that attracted to me, were the scars and the dehydrated skin. I do have a little bit of acne scarring along my cheek and along my chin, and it's discoloration, and I haven't been using this product long enough to really give a review on that, but so far I've been able, it has helped, but so far I haven't, I've really noticed a lot with the dehydrating skin, and I was kind of worried because it is an oil and I didn't want it to break out my skin. But so far I've had no problems with that, no type of sensitivity, but it really does hydrate. Like, this is kind of just a miscellaneous, like, it's not really a skincare, but something I really do find me using a lot in the winter, and that are eye drops. My eyes seem to get a lot more red and a lot more sensitive and a lot more dry during the winter. So but any kind of redness relief eye drops have been really helping my eyes just seem brighter and seem less tired. So I'm gonna move on to foundations. In the winter, my skin gets, because your skin gets a lot more dry, it's kind of like you have to switch up your foundations. And normally you have to switch out your foundations anyway, because I don't stay the same shade throughout the entire year. Of course, I get a lot more fair, but it seems like, you know, you go from being fair in the winter, or they don't call it fair in the winter. In the winter, they call it pasty, and it's not very pretty. So I do have to switch up my foundations, and the two that I've really been sticking with, and these are from a drugstore. I do have more department store foundations, but because they are more expensive, I don't reach for them quite as often as I'd like, because I don't want to have to go and spend, you know, $40, $46 on a foundation. So I like Revlon as far as drugstores go, and one I really like is the Colorstay and Normal to Dry Skin, and this is in the shade 180 Sand Beige, and it's a little too dark for me, like, well, when I say a little, it's pretty dark for me. But what I do is I take it and I just kind of blend it into the my jawline and down my neck, and then I take it along my temple and in the contours of my face and along my hairline, and I really blend that, and it makes your face like seem a lot more narrower, because then what I do is I follow up with a lighter shade, and this is in the O2 Vanilla, and this is the Revlon Photo Ready, and I take a little bit of that, and on the planes in my face where it seems like they get a lot more light, I will blend that in, and I really like blend sponge, and I just wet it. And this isn't an actual beauty blender. I got this at Walgreens, and it's part of the London Soho brand, and I just wet it, and it just like puffs up like this, and then I can just like really pat it in, so then it doesn't have like, I really like it along my my cheeks and stuff where I do have a little bit more coloration and I need a little bit more coverage. And both of these foundations are medium to full coverage. This one has a little bit more coverage, but I like them both equally. And I think this one's like $1 more expensive, and they are the same size as the 1 fluid ounces. I think I paid $12 for this one and $11, something like that. I mean, it varies from drugstore to drugstore, but somewhere around that range. So, and another product I really like would be the MAC Studio Fix. This is kind of like a refreshing mist. I'm sure many of you have heard of this, and it was 3.4 fluid ounces, and I think it's about $20. They have a smaller size, which would be good for travel, like, and stick it in your purse. You know, you can just really spritz it on, like, after I do my makeup and throughout the day when I just kind of feel like my skin needs a little bit more of a pick-me-up. It's a really good cocktail of stuff for your skin, and they describe it as a skin refresher and a finishing mix. So really good. I mean, I've had more than one bottle of this, and it's something I repeatedly go to. So the one last thing that I'm really going to talk about would be blush. I don't like to use a lot of well, take that back. Two more things I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to be really quick. So one thing I'm going to talk about is a blush. I like to use a lot of cream blushes more in the winter than I would any other time of the year, and one that I've really been liking is the L'Oreal Paris, and this is the Magic Smooth Souffle. I guess it's like a competitor to the Maybelline Dream Mousse, which I've heard they are discontinuing, and I've never actually tried the Maybelline one, but the one thing I like about the L'Oreal Paris is the consistency and the array of shades. Like, they have so many different shades, like, I mean, more than you would find normally in a cream blush drugstore, like, options, you know, like, they do have a lot more options than I expected. So, and this is in the shade 844 Angelic, and it's got like a really nice, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got like a really nice texture, and it blends like, and it's really pigmented. Like, that's one thing I like about cream blushes, is it seems like they're a lot more pigmented, and they're easy to blend, like, you know, and that is enough for both cheeks and then some, but it's got like a really pretty like terracotta shade. So I've never had any other shades, but I'm really tempted to go pick up a few more. So, but I really seem to like this one. I reach for it quite a bit, and it just blends really nice. Blends really lovely. So, and the very last thing that I'm going to talk about, and that is a powder, a finishing powder. I don't usually like to use a lot of powders in the winter because, again, it just like seems like your skin isn't moist, you know, it's just a little bit more dry than normal, and so powders can really get kind of cakey really easily throughout the day. But the one powder that I really seem to like, and that is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and this is the hydrating one. And it is such a finely milled powder. Like, I don't use a lot of Bare Minerals foundation, but I really do like the mineral veils. Like, I feel like it, you know, it's $25 and you get, how much product? You get 7 grams. So, but I'm telling you, I've had this one for over a year, you know, and it has a little bit of a sheen, reflective quality to it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got like a little bit of a sheen. You probably can't see that, so just get it out of your face. But when you put it on your face, it just kind of brightens. It doesn't look like glitter. It doesn't look like sparkle. Nothing like, no type of shimmer. Because I do have a little bit of acne like scars. I don't like to put a lot of shimmer on my face because it just can kind of, I don't want it to settle in there and then bring out a lot of attention to it. So I try to stick with the more matte, more sheer tone kind of finish, and I really do like this though. I've never had any problems with it, and it feels so good on the skin. Like, it blends in and it just feels really refreshing. So I think that's going to be it for me, guys. If you guys like this, leave any kind of comments, any kind of feedback, subscribe, and I will hopefully have a lot more videos up. I'm got a little kinks to work out, like as far as lighting and setup goes, and I appreciate any type of feedback. So, but you guys have a good one, and I will see you later. Bye.